Hello friends, welcome to session 6 of VB script training. In today's session, we would be discussing the various inbuilt functions that are provided by VB script for us to manipulate strings. So these inbuilt functions are very handy for us to solve complex coding problems in a very easy way. And we today are going to look at some of these inbuilt functions and their usability. Right. So today we would see different inbuilt functions like instr, reverse, len, lcase, ucase, replace, str, reverse, string, trim, ltrim, rtrim, left, right, mid, join, and split. So we will go into each of these inbuilt functions in detail in today's session. So to start with, we will first see what is instr function. Alright, so for this, let me create a variable with the name str, let's say text, and I would also assign a value to this, and I will mention the value as this is so easy. Okay, so this is a sentence as a value that I have stored in the variable str text. Okay, so let's say I have a requirement wherein I want to search whether the word is whether it is present in this main string. This is so easy. So this, I want to search whether this is present in str text or not. Okay, so for that we have function called as instr. Okay, so what this function basically does is that it accepts three mandatory parameters. One is the starting point of the search. From where do I want to search for the substring? So whether I want to start from right from character number 1, or whether I want to start searching from somewhere in between. So I would rather prefer start searching from character number 1 itself. Then the second parameter is the main string on which we want to search, right? So in this case, the string is stored in the variable str text, so I'll provide that. And the third parameter is the substring, or the actual string which I want to search in the main string. So I would say it is as is. Okay, I'll close the bracket, and since this function returns a value, okay, I would use an if condition to print some value based on the output of this instr function. Okay, so I would say if instr is greater than 0, then I would say print substring is present, right? Else print as substring is not present, and I will close the if statement with an endif. So what basically instr returns is nothing but the position where it has found the substring in it. Okay, so if it is, let's say, if it has found position number 5, it will print me the value as 5. If it is not present at all, it will return me the value as 0, right? So that is why I'm using this if condition. Whether the value returned is greater than 0, that means the substring is actually present in the main string. If the value is not greater than 0, which is obviously, it means the value is equals to 0, so in that case it should print me the value as substring is not present. Alright, so any guesses what would be the output of instr in this case? Obviously the substring is present, because we can see that in this particular string the value is present. So if you have to check the position, it will start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? So at the 6th position I can see the value is present in the main string. So let's see what output we get when we execute this script. Alright, so if I run this script now, it gives me the value as substring is present, but I also want to check what is the position of that substring, right? So if I have to do that, I would say substring is present at, and I will probably want to make use of the position number, right? So I'll do is I'll declare a variable int position, position, and I will store the value of this function instr in the variable int pos. Okay, and I will use this variable to display me that value in my output window. So int pos, let me remove the previous log, and we are expecting that the position would return me the value as 6, right, as we counted earlier. So now let's run this and see. Let's see the output. It says substring is present at position 3. So what has exactly happened is that if you see here, the value is also a part of the word this, right? So when I am searching the value is, although it is present as a separate word is in this statement, but it is also a part of another word this in this particular statement, right? So that is the reason why it has returned me the value as 3, right? So because T is at position number 1, H is at position number 2, and at position 3 and 4 we have the word is, so hence it has returned the starting position of is at position number 3, right? So the point to note over here is that when I search for a particular string, it may not be a whole word in itself. It can be a part of another word, and it would return me the position of that sub part of that word, right? And it will always return the first occurrence of the word that I am searching. So in this example, is present twice in this sentence, right? One at position number 3 and the other at position number 6, but it returned me the value at position number 3, which is the position of the first occurrence of is, correct? So this is something that is very important that we need to note while using instr function. Okay, so we have seen this instr function, we have completed it. There's another function called as instr reverse. Alright, so it works similar to instr, but there are certain changes to this. So let me do this. Okay, probably I'll just copy paste the same example, okay, but I will change the function from instr to instr reverse. I'll open the bracket, and here it basically takes two mandatory parameters. First is string 1, which is the main string, so I would mention this as str text, and second one is string 2, which I want to search, so this is in this case, right? And again, If it is greater than 0, then substring is present at the position, or else substring is not present. Okay, let me comment out this line, and also I have to copy paste this ILS and Reverse over here. Okay, so the only difference between INSTR and INSTR Reverse, as the name suggests, is that in INSTR the search starts from the left side of the text, right? However, for INSTR Reverse, it will start search from the right side of the string or the text. So let's see what is the difference when I execute INSTR Reverse. Okay, so let me first of all remove the logs of the previous execution, and now I'll run this script. So as expected, it would print the substring is present, but let's see what is the position over here. So here the position that the substring is found is at position number 6 and not at position number 3. Why? Because it has started searching from the rightmost point of the string, and the first occurrence of is the substring that we are searching, it has encountered is this one and not the one that we searched using INSTR, right? So again, another important point here to note here is that INSTR Reverse although starts searching from the right side, but the position would always begin with the left side, right? So what I mean by this is that although it searched from the right side, Y is not position number 1. Position number 1 is always T. H is position number 2. I is position number 3. S is position number 4. At position number 5 there is a blank space. And at position number 6 there is I, and at position number 7 there is S. So the first occurrence here of is found at position number 6. Alright, so counting starts from left, although the search starts from the right side, right? So counting cannot be like, Y as 1, S as 2, A as 3, E as 4. That won't happen. The counting of the characters would always remain from the left side, but in this case, since we are using INSTR Reverse, the search of the string has started from the right side. Okay, so when I use INSTR Reverse, this is the substring that it has found for the first time, and not this one, the one that we have found using INSTR. So this is the only difference between INSTR and INSTR Reverse. Okay, so with this we will move on to another function called as len. So this is a very simple a function which basically counts the length of a string. Okay, so let's say I have this string already created, right? So if I want to know what is the length of the string, so I would use this function len, and the parameters that it accepts is the string value. So I can mention str text, right? So now if I run this, it will give me the length of this string. So if I execute, it will return me the length of this string. So as we counted earlier, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So 15 is the length of this particular string, and this is what it has returned while using this inbuilt function len, right? So as the name suggests, it returns the length of the string. The next two functions are Lcase and Ucase. So it basically is lowercase and uppercase, right? So if I have to convert all the string variable, or all the characters of the string into lowercase, right? So if you see over here, T is in uppercase, whereas the rest of the characters are in lowercase. But let's say if I want to make all these characters into lowercase, so I can do that using the function Lcase str text. Similarly, I can also use Ucase to convert all the characters of the string into upper case, right? So I'll quickly remove the logs of my previous execution, and I'll run this code for Lcase and Ucase. So in the output, you can see the first result is for Lcase. So the statement, this is so easy, all the characters of the string has been converted into lowercase. Similarly, the second output, this is so easy, all the characters have been converted into uppercase. So with the help of Lcase and Ucase, you can manipulate the case of the string which you are using, right? So now we'll move to another important function, inbuilt function of VBScript, which is called as replace. So as the name suggests, it would replace certain characters or certain substring from the main string that we want to modify or manipulate, right? So let's say I use this function replace. Let's see what are the parameters that it expects. So first is the expression, right? So that is nothing but the main string. The second parameter is what we want to find in this main string, and third is what I want to replace it with. Alright, so let's say I want to so let's say I want to replace this word so with a word very. Okay, so how I'll do this is by giving the parameter first as str text, which is the main string. What I want to find is so, and I want to replace it with the value very. Okay, so instead of this is so easy, you should see the value as this is very easy, right? So let's see what it prints. Okay, yeah, so we're good to go. Let me run this. So it has executed, and if you see in the output, the statement this is so easy has been now modified to this is very easy. So the word so has been replaced with the word very. So this is the output we get when we use the function replace. Okay, so you can use this with a combination of I and str. First I need to check whether this particular word so is present in the main string or not, right? Because if this word itself is not present in the main string, how would it replace it, right? So we can use this function replace with a combination of I and str. So first we will check whether the value so is present or not, right? If it is present, then I would use this function replace inside this if condition to replace the value. Alright, so I'm just giving you an idea how we can use this replace function, in real time scenario. Okay, so yeah, so we completed replace, and then we have str reverse. So str reverse, as the name suggests, again, it's going to reverse the order of the string. Okay, so let's say str reverse, and it takes parameter as the string which I want to reverse. So now if I print this, what is going to happen? Will it show me the value as easy space so space is space this? Is it how it is going to replace it? Let's check it out. Okay, so let me remove the logs from the previous result, and now let me execute this. So the execution is completed, and if you see over here, it has not just replaced the order of the words in the string, but it has replaced each and every character of the string, right? So it has not replaced only the words. So it has not replaced the words as easy space so space is space this, but in fact it has replaced the entire character after character. So it will start with Y, then S, then A, then E, right? So if you see over here, it is Y, S, A and E, which is the reverse order of the word easy. Then there is a space, of course, which cannot be reversed. Then there is O and S, which is the reverse order of the word so. Then again there is a space. Then there is S and I, the reverse order of the word is. Then there is a space, and then there is SIHT for the word this, right? So this is how str reverse function works, right?